Hey everyone, this is Lara from Light Coast by Lara. I am the Tigress of the Light, and I am so pleased and delighted and excited to be coming to you today, just a couple of days before the new year. Wow, energies are super high, especially since that Jupiter-Saturn conjunct. I really felt there was a major world shift. So I'm curious how you guys are all doing. You know I love to hear from you. I always say it every time we see each other. I say, let me know how you guys are doing, because there is so much going on right now. I personally took a few days off over the Christmas holiday season to really focus inward. I also had a birthday, so there's a lot of energies for me personally at this time of year, but also this is the time of great change, and so we need to really be adapting to what the universe is supporting and not supporting. I've been preaching this to you guys all year, and I am also reflecting upon these words of wisdom for myself as well. So we took some time, we had some beautiful ceremonies, had some beautiful cacao ceremonies, really touching base with my heart and being grounded and present in the moment and looking for what kind of direction do we need to be going in. Where do I want to go personally? Where's the collective going? Because there's so much change happening. So one of the things that we are going to be changing is, for me personally, is how I interact on social media. I've been finding my way with social media, and I've been kind of doing the good girl, I'm on like 7 days a week doing something, but that isn't my life. That isn't what I came here to do, and it's a little bit soul-sucking, if I'm going to be honest with you. So this is truth time. And Instagram is cool and everything, but did you guys read the terms of service? It's not so cool. So we're just going to be expanding on this a little bit. We're going to Parlor. I'm going to figure out Telegram. We're going to just change things up a little bit. I'll still be on Instagram. I'll still be doing lives. I'll still do some stuff on YouTube, because of course I want to be able to reach you guys, and TikTok, and offer you guys light language healing in the form of spoken or written and signed and all that good stuff. So, and of course we have our books, so don't forget, we have our books. We have beautiful Light Coast for the Soul, which is a beautiful journey, and also the little book of light codes, of course. And can you believe it, the oracle cards arrived on my doorstep on December 24th. I have them. Some of them got shipped to Amazon in the States, and some of them got shipped to my doorstep. So we're still figuring that out, but it hasn't been an official release, but at least I have them in my hands, and they are really, really beautiful. So I'm very proud of them. I definitely feel comfortable sharing them with you guys. But that aside, while I was in ceremonies and taking time for myself and meditating by the ocean, and exploring different parts of Vancouver Island that I had the opportunity to do this past week, I was gifted again with another healing modality. Holy smokes. That's all I can say. Like, I thought Fractaline is incredible. And this year, 2021, is going to be about rolling that out to you guys. So I have written a book. It's the manuscript. I've talked about this before. It's been sent to the editor. I've got it back. She's going, you need to explain this a little bit more, because I know it like the back of my hand, and I have to be able to explain it in a way that makes a lot of sense, because how do you explain the unexplainable? How do you explain the unexplainable? It's really hard, especially when you're talking about the quantum realms of unlimited possibilities. So we are going to be doing workshops, online workshops, to teach this modality. It has been my absolute go-to modality for myself personally, is how I do all my distance healing sessions. It is amazing. It is very, very amazing. So if you've heard me talk about it, or if this is piquing an interest, you can go to my YouTube page. There are 2 videos on Fractaline there that you can learn about it, and even just dip your toes into the meditation. And I have heard incredible, incredible experiences from that alone. So you can only imagine that as you go deeper into that meditation experience, what you can do in there. I'm still learning about it myself because it's the quantum unlimited possibilities of everything. So it's cool. But this other thing this other healing modality, oh my gosh, I think so far it's called quantum alignment. And it's something that I can put in conjunction with light language. So it would be a healing session over Zoom or something like that. And it is about the higher chakras, like pretty much, 12-ish for right now, okay? So 12-ish, and then the ones that are going deep into the earth, and there's something happening down there with the chakras in the earth's core, in the center of the earth. I don't know that they're new chakras per se, but there's something that's being activated, and when they get activated, there's a pop, and it's a really, really cool thing, and it's like this whole other part of ourselves gets turned on, and this is what we're moving into with this fifth dimensional reality, is connecting those higher chakras. It's bringing them in, connecting to our heart space, and then it's grounding it in those amazing deep chakras in the center of the earth and connecting up to those, and it's bringing all that into harmony. And then it's turning on different, I'm going to say it's DNA, it does look like DNA, and it's aligning somehow differently, a lot of blues and a lot of greens, because it's etheric and it's heart, 5D, right? Etheric and heart, that's what's going to make 5D for all of us. Our physical body is still physical here, but it's just that we're going to find this energetic difference as we embrace it and integrate it within us, right? So there's these, I think it's connecting with the adamantine particles. If you guys were in my workshop a couple of weeks ago, I brought up the adamantine particles, which are like the fundamental particles of everything. It's like so if we can actually, if you're in command of the adamantine particles, then you are a true master. But it's somehow getting into some amazing alignments with those particles and changing and allowing ourselves to morph into this amazing new realm that we are moving in. And of course we want to be very mindful and aware of the realm that we are creating. After all, we are all creators. So again, comes back to the heart and bringing forward our love and our self-mastery and who we truly are. And we're going to be connecting to those higher aspects of ourselves, I think, more, because that's what's required for us to move into into 5D. Okay, so in that we are on a Tuesday. I'm not reading to you from the Little Book of Light Codes. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think, if that's something that you find really beneficial. I certainly love seeing you, and I love to offer it, but I don't know if that's what you guys need at this point. But what I would like to offer you is the light language healings. I'm almost positive there's going to be a name change. I'm going to have to really blast that out, and those of you who follow me and really love to support me, I would ask that you help me to share that so that the people who look for me find me, because I think that there's a lot of people who are searching, they find my book. We have so many book sales, okay? Like the book is popular, it's amazing. It is actually amazing how many people are getting their hands on these books. And I'm so grateful that those messages are getting out there, those healings are getting out there, available to people. But then I think people are looking for me, and there's lots of people with similar names to me. So that's why we need to do, I think, a whole revamp, okay? So we're going to talk to some people and find out how best to do that, so I can see a whole change of everything, right? And it is the time of changes. Absolutely, this is the time to do it. I am reclaiming my power as actually a different, I'm the same being, but I've made connections to parts of myself or selves, I'm not sure, that I hadn't fully connected with. I had pieces of, and that's where all these this information and these healings, like the quantum alignment and more information going on fractal line and everything, that's where all this is coming from. And it is my soul mission to deliver this to you guys to use with your own levels of mastery. And we're in this really together to be bringing forward this amazing, all of the amazing energies and all the ways that they want to come forward to help this planet, to help ourselves, to help the collective. So that's what's going on. So today, instead of reading from the little book of light codes, come back to that. I'm going to do light language blessing because we are heading into New Year. I'm going to give you a light language blessing because we're heading into New Year. And this is always, as always, a very important and wonderful time and opportunity to connect to where we want to be going, reflect on what has been, and bring ourselves into a more conscious present time, because we have these energies available to us now that are different. There has been a change. I think everybody can realize it. Forget about what's happening like outside, but just think about how you've been feeling. Think about how you've been behaving. Think about the changes that are happening in your life. Maybe you're moving, or maybe you want to move, or maybe you've got a new job, or maybe there's a new relationship, or relationships have shifted. Some are leaving, some are coming. There is a lot of dynamic change happening right now. So this year, 2021, is going to be about bringing in, being the attractor field for what you truly want to be taking in to your being and commanding and then expressing out into the world. So I'd love to offer you a light language blessing to assist you in making that conscious connection for yourself. Because it's not for me or anybody else to tell you what is best for your life, what you should be experiencing or shouldn't be experiencing or letting go of or bringing in. But we want to help you to open up to the possibilities of what truly is in alignment, and to help you to align to whatever it is that you need to embrace and let go of. All right. So we're just going to begin slowly. So this is a new year. There's a lot of big energies, aren't there? So we're just going to ask that we stay grounded, that the energies and information that come through for us today are grounded within our being, that they can be integrated and assimilated with ease, that we bring forward the masterful part of ourselves to help with this. We call in and ask for our guides, all the beings of love and light who support us, to be present, to help direct the information as it comes in in the most appropriate way for you. We want to be absolutely honoring, in absolute integrity, and as always, connecting more deeply, more completely to our heart. Kino mo sama kino kaba, nergo sana kino ko kala katiko sorko kumakala dotko. Shinakut kushu kubaya to nakabay lanat got gorma paya to tusunukimo, shadakubay to namata ladanata sanabaya talata kasanokubo, stana pa. Stalakbayat Karana Kobasana Kina Kobasana Kabia Tasana Kubia Lana Kobrana Basan Bayet Tisa Kaka Lana Katroma. Continue to breathe and try to smile. Kanakisa Tetanaki Stokobrana by Lana Kopos Pina Kapa. Want to bring some more fun and joy and lightness into 2021, especially because as we step more in alignment, that's ultimately what happens, isn't it? We get, as we're in more alignment, then we're lighter, we're more free, we're not so heavy with unnecessary energies. So this New Year's is an opportunity to have a little ceremony for yourself, even if it's just you take 5 or 10 minutes and light a candle and you say a few things. You bring in your gratitude for the year. So there's always things that we can be grateful for. And maybe we take a few deep breaths to acknowledge what this year has been. And then to try to relax our body on the exhale, to let it go. That's how we let things go. By taking our inhale and relaxing all the tension in our bodies on the exhale. That is such a powerful way to let go, you guys. It's so simple, and yet we all need the reminder to do it, I think. Kina pailata kosakimo kroma pailata kina krana kakakala kupaishtana kapayana nakpo. Narakito kasakpaya kakia kakakala kana kupaisa krana kapala ta kupasni ta paishtu kupushtu na bayata kupo narkima krana paisa nakita. Stankino kupas tanangpo strakama nalana kupas na krana kupas stakino mapata na matasana stanikina by papa sana pais stanakino kikamakopo. Remember to keep breathing and keep bringing your smile forward. Keep bringing your smile forward. It's an opportunity when we have a new year. It's an opportunity to step forward with a new sense of being, right? So we're going to use this light language to help bring that forward within us. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Just pick that right out of your field, right? Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that either. Nope, that can go. How about that? How's that feel? How about this side? Anything over here? We let go of some things over here. How's that? We always have some heart stuff. Always. We always got something in there, right? The heart's super strong and is very, very capable of releasing and forgiving. I think forgiving is going to be a bit of a theme. Okay, and we can let go of some of that too. Now bring your attention, if you will, please, to your feet. And I would like to offer, for those of you who wish to take it, to open up the channels. So it'll be the chakras on the bottom of your feet. And the channel that runs up the inside of your leg. Okay? And it's going to be like we're pulling the earth's energy up. You know, if you've been following me, you know that I talk about this a lot. Really good grounding practice. But this is a little different, okay? This is a little bit different, where it's like we're creating the space now for this earth energy to come up through the center of our legs. all the way up to the hip. You usually have something going on in the thigh. That's a big bone there. There's a lot of stuff has an opportunity to get kind of bunged up in there. I don't know. So we can just let go of what's ready, willing, and able to be released, right? Nothing's being forced. This is very powerful, but nothing's forced beyond what's appropriate for you, right? And you always have absolute control. Oh, that's smooth. Isn't that smooth? Good. Well done. Should we try the other side? Now we're at the bottom of the foot. Remembering about this chakra on the bottom of your foot. And we're breathing. Maybe there's a bit in the ankle. We don't need to carry it if it's not serving us anymore. Maybe there's things that are serving us that we want to hang on to, and that's okay, right? We never know what the whole story is, usually. Maybe at some point we find out. And sometimes it really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Stories are interesting. As long as we don't get caught up in the story. Opening up this channel. To the knee here. There's some stuff here in the knee a little bit. Okay, that was good. Now we're going up. I'm going to switch hands here because it's easier. So I'm holding your foot here. Okay, up to your hip now. Okay, there's some stuff in this thigh as well. Remember, big space, big bone in there, right? That can hold a lot of stuff. So we just let go of what doesn't want to stay anymore. It's no longer serving us, and our high is good. Keep what does, let go of what doesn't. Oh, that's feeling better. That's getting smoother now. Still some stuff. So anything that didn't happen to come out of the other leg is now here. Some people just need a little more time, and that's cool, right? So cool. Okay, that's feeling good. So now I invite you to try inhaling earth energy up from the bottoms of your feet all the way to your hips, okay? So let's do this together. So on the inhale, ready? 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale, let it go back down. All the way back down to the earth. Can you guys hear that noise? Inhale all the way back up. And exhale all the way back down. Very soft. We need to be grounded, and we need to do conscious effort and work, sorry to say, as unpopular as that might be, But it's so important that we do this sort of thing, even if it's just for a minute or two, because there's so much bombarding our fields these days. It's very easy to get lost in that hectic vibration that's not smooth. And so the way we get into a more peaceful state is by creating peace within our own field. Of course, we always hear within our own being, Yeah, but it's an actual physical, tangible feeling of smoothness. And if we've never experienced that before, it can be really hard to imagine, especially if we're agitated, easily agitated, like anxious, have a lot of anxiety, have a lot of anger. Those are all vibrations that do bzzz all the time. So it's hard to imagine what it would feel like to be smooth. But when we're in this state of smoothness, because we are taking the time to do some good practices a few times a week, it significantly changes our lives. Significantly. As at the very least, we're going to find more peace. We're going to find more comfort, calmness. So I know that there's lots of amazing people out there, amazing teachers who say, you don't need to do that stuff though. It's like, no, of course you don't. But it would probably help. So that's just where I'm coming from, is that it would probably help. And the good news is it can be totally free. If you have access to YouTube, if you've got Instagram, you're fine. You can find stuff. You can find things you can do. You just find something that you like or that feels good, that you feel drawn to. And usually movement is really good because it helps to get the chi flowing in a different way than just meditating. Okay. So now would be a really beautiful time, if you have the time now, to take a couple of moments to yourself, even if it's just on your phone and you just type in your notes or something about what you want for this next year, and try to make it more on the profound nature rather than frivolous. Try to make it the things that you deeply seek, that truly and deeply make you happy, the things you want more of. Focus on the positives. Reframe things so that it becomes positive. So if you find a lot of stress and you want to experience less stress, then reframe that phrase as something like, I choose to lead a more healthy, happy, balanced, stress-free lifestyle. Okay, that's just an example of how you can take a negative and turn it into the positive, just so that when you find that note again, you are feeling good about it and you're reminded about those positive aspects. So, my sweet friends, I am Lara. That is my more aligned name. It isn't my real name, but it is a more energetically aligned name. My real name is Jackie. My real name is Jacqueline, and then Jackie. And I was a competitive show jumper for something like 20 years. You can find me even on YouTube riding my horses. When I published the Little Book of Light Codes, I was a total chicken in not wanting to put my real name on the cover of that book because I was terrified of what people would think. of a light code book like this. Because there were a few light code books out there, but not really. Not like this one. So I connected with the Caballerian Society out of Vancouver, and they take your basically your astrological information and tell you whether or not your name is in alignment with your soul purpose. And my given name was not in alignment, and they give you options of names that would potentially work. So that's how we came up with Lara. Lara, I like it, and I intend on keeping it. And this is how I now, when I meet people, I'm almost brave enough to introduce myself to strangers on the street as Lara. But sometimes Jackie slips out. You know, I'm 36 years old, so I've been Jackie for a while. But I'm Tigress of the Light. That's who I really am. And that's what I'm going to be bringing forward now. I'm going to be bringing forward this authentic being that has been on this planet for a time. It's a little complicated. That could be another discussion. But I invite you, as you move forward into this year, to perhaps open up to the idea that there might be another aspect of you that is ready, willing, and able to come forward at this time. And you might not know what that is. You might totally know and know exactly what I'm talking about. But there will be some of you out there who this applies to. And it doesn't mean that you have to change your name. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything. But the connection to this energy is an important one. And there's some of you out there that need to hear this. This isn't a message for everybody, okay? But there are some of you who need to hear this. And it's okay if you don't know what to do with it. You don't need to, okay? You really don't. It's like with a lot of things in the spiritual world, we think we have to be somewhere and that we're late, apparently. Like we should have been there already by now, or something ridiculous like that. No, we're supposed to be right here, right now, figuring out what we need to figure out. That's it. And we have some astrological energies that are assisting us or hindering us, depending on what the heck's going on. But at the end of the day, you have a mission here on this planet. It is what it is. It's no one else's. And it's no one else's business, is it? And you're going to take the time that's appropriate for you to discover what all that is. And then to share that if and when it's appropriate, in the way that is appropriate for you and no one else. So we're changing things at Light Codes by Lara because I finally figured some of this stuff out. Some of you will be laughing at me. I can channel a lot of cool stuff, but you know what? I'm on the journey with you guys, right? I'm on the journey with you guys, and I love you, and I want to support you in your journey in whatever way I can. And there's some areas that you're going to have like the most incredible connections with and that you can teach me, right? I'm not above any of you. I just happen to have some cool gifts and talents that I can share. And I feel humbled and honored to do so. And I'm really grateful for those of you who have stuck with me this year, that have watched the videos, that have cheered me on, knowing that I have something to share. And we're figuring out what that is. And I don't expect you to tell me. That's for me to figure out. Although I'm always open to feedback, of course, because I do want to be of service. I've come here to be of service. So I'm really appreciating the amazing comments and hearts and everything that you guys are sending right now on this live. It's really beautiful. Someone's asked about the name. The Caballerian Society. Caballerian. And so they basically take your birth information, as much of it as you can provide, and then they give you an analysis of your current name, and then if it's good or not, essentially, like if it's in a really good alignment in many ways, right? They look at all the different, they're very smart people in there. And then if they're like, you know what, you might want to change this, or you might want to add this, and then you can pay for their services to get names suggested that would be really good. It was fun. It was really interesting. So might be cool to check out, and New Year's a cool time to do it, especially the times that we're in. So all right, well, thank you so very, very much. Keep your eyes open for all these amazing changes. Please DM me your comments and suggestions and all your beautiful messages, because I love to hear from you. And yeah, and just we'll do another live when I start figuring out more. But I think you guys like these light language healings and videos, so I think we'll keep up with that. I think we'll be letting the little book of light codes and light codes for the soul go a little bit. Caballerian, as K-A-L-A-B-R-I-A-N would be my guess. It starts with a K. Society, and it's Vancouver, BC. So thank you, truly, and all blessings, and an amazing, amazing, amazing 2021. And we will see you again very, very soon. And I am very excited to be sharing fractal line healing with you in 2021, and the amazing workshops that we're going to come up with for light language and for that healing modality that's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind, seriously. So check out my website, lightcoachbylara.com. Again, this could all be changing, and I'm hoping it's going to be something like Tigers of the Light, because that's who I am, and that's who I want to be known by. So, yes, we will keep you posted. Have the most amazing, beautiful day. All my love. See you again very, very soon. All blessings.